All right, my people.
This is ratchet.
Another pop-up live show. We got to call this one a pop-up live show. Didn't really plan this one, but we have a little game going on here in the Global Super League. Yes, my people. Did I put Guyana? Hold on, Global Super League. Just a minute, my people. All right, just a minute. Let me fix this, and then we'll be good to go. So the Guyana Amazon Warriors batting first in this game. Last ball of the innings. Let me just fix this right here quickly, and then we can get down to business. All right, there we go. I was trying to fix that thing. I had Guyana Super League instead of Global Super League. All right, my people. So this game here, Guyana Amazon Warriors batting first, scoring 158 for 6. I must tell you that they were actually, it's at one point it seemed as if they were going to get 180, 190 easily. But as it turned out, didn't happen at all. 158 for 6. Gerbers and Joel Andrew doing very good. They are playing against the team, they're Central Stags. I think they're from New Zealand. So they did pretty well to restrict Guyana Amazon Warriors to 158 for 6. As I said, at one point it seemed as if they were going to get close to 190. You understand? Joel Andrew and Ramanula Gerbers batting extremely well. And unfortunately for them, after they were removed, Hetmeyer came, he didn't stay too long. Sheffield Rutherford came. They had to try and put a move on it, and it didn't work out. They lost some wickets quite early. Unfortunately for Joel Andrew, he got run out. He was looking so good. He was looking good out there with Gerbers. And while they were batting, I was saying to myself that, one of these guys probably going to get run out, because Gerbers and Andrew, they were running extremely well between the wickets, getting a lot of twos, a lot of singles, and Joel Andrew was the one to get run out. So 158 for 6, my people. Let me just give you the batting real quick here. Let me just give you the batting. So Gerbers, he top scored. He got 58 from 47 with 3 fours and 2 sixes. We saw Johnson Charles getting 8 from 6. Moeen Ali was bowled for 6. Joel Andrew, he got 45. I thought it was 44. He got 45 from 29, 3 fours and 1 6. Strike rate of 120. Sheffield Rutherford, he was left not out, 16 from 15. Yes, my people. 16 from 15. Dwayne Pretorius got 2. David Visa, he got 2 not out. So that is how the batting went for Guyana Amazon Warriors. Let me just take a look at the bowling. We will address Sabina Park and tomorrow and everything. Let me just go through this real quick, and then we will do that. Patel, he bowled 4 overs, didn't pick up any wickets. Matthew Ford, a little bit expensive in the latter stages, but he ended with 2 for 34 from his 4 overs. Jaden Lennox, very good name there. Jaden Lennox, he bowled 4 overs, 31 runs. Tickner, he got 1 for 25, and Angus, he got 2 for 24, right? So that is basically how it went. 158 for 6. Majority of the runs coming from Gerbers at the top and Joel Andrew batting at number 4. So Guyana Amazon Warriors, they will have 158 to defend. Let us see how it will, how this one will work out. Let me see. Hold on just a minute. So Central, I think this team is from New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, all right, while they're on the little break there, let's talk some test cricket. So tomorrow, West Indies take on Australia in that day and night game. And word news coming out of Sabina Park is that everything is good. The game should be starting at 2:30. So that's run about 1:30 Jamaica time. So 2:30, 1:30 Jamaica time. So that is basically how it is set. I did a video earlier today where I looked at an interview that was done by Mitchell Stark. Mitchell Stark was saying that a lot, even Brandon King was saying it, that the wicket should be a fair one. Good for batting and good for the bowlers. So we definitely look forward to some good cricket. Australia, they have played 13 day and night games so far. They have played the most when it comes on to pink ball games. The good thing is this is their first pink ball game outside of Australia. This is their first pink ball game outside of Australia. They have only lost 1 out of those 13 day and night games. Those 13 games that they have played, and it was the defeat to West Indies in January. I think it was January of 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So at least you have something there to work with. All right, Mike, you watching the game? Yeah, man, I am watching the game. I am watching it. I didn't get a chance to start earlier because I was a little bit busy, but I was watching the game while I was getting some stuff out the way. But yeah, I was watching it at one point up to over number 8, 9, 10 thereabout. I was thinking the 180, 185, 190 was probably on the card. But the team Central, they came back pretty well. They bowled pretty well to make sure that they didn't even get 160. So good. I thought they was gonna get 182. Yeah, man, Mike. It looked that way. Definitely looked that way. And I was thinking to myself that Gerbers and Andrew, they were going well, and they had players in the bank. They had Rutherford and Hitmire to come. But as they always say, if you're out and you're getting runs, score the runs. Don't leave it for anyone else because you don't know if they're going to get in. We bless up, Dennis. Bless up. What are the ticket prices for Sabina games? Can't believe I got to go there to find out. I posted it in the thing. No, I didn't post a ticket. I think I had said that you could find it on the West Indies Facebook, on the West Indies website. I was honestly looking it up last night. I didn't see it. I see where somebody posted something in the comment section of a video, but I am not 100% sure. So, when I go on the West Indies official website, it is, when I click on tickets, it is saying, welcome to the waiting room of this website. And then I would have to go in, and I am assuming I would have to tell them how many tickets I want and stuff to really get in. Let me see if I can. Yeah, but I don't know. Probably you can get a ticket for maybe $5. I don't know. I have a few friends that are going, but they are going to the T20 games. So, I guess the tickets will be different, and they haven't purchased theirs as yet. So, I don't think they would be able to help me right now. Do not enter the website now. Do not wait. Enter the website now. I'm on the website trying to see if I can see the price of the tickets. So it says Australia Tour of West Indies 2025, and underneath it says buy. Let me click and see how much money it, all right. Wednesday, today's what, the 11th, the game starts at the 12th. I am looking at it, but it says, oh my goodness, why are they hiding the cost of the thing? So when I click on day one, just a minute, people, I'm trying to see if I can find it. When I click on day one, it seems as if they are selling the tickets for based on the day that you want to go. And it depends on the stands that you want to sit at also. Yeah, they need to make this a little bit more user friendly for people wanting to purchase tickets. Usually when I'm in Jamaica and I go to watch the games, I just go and purchase the ticket there at the ground or at the price in US 100. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but they make it so difficult to find the price of the ticket here. Do we have anybody on the chat that has purchased tickets and want to share with us? I'm not too sure what type of system this they are using. Let me see. So if I want to write this on. All right. I'll click on party stand. It says $40. Let me go around and see in case you don't want to sit in party stand. Choose a seat to add to your selection. All right, so if I select this one right here, say I select that, $5. So if you want to go to the north stand, level 1, it's like $5, right? So the general tickets seems as if it's only $5, but it seems as if they are not selling seems as if the ticket would be for each day. You'd have to purchase a different ticket for the day. So say, for example, you want to go tomorrow, then that would be $5, right? I'm not purchasing any tickets, so I'm not going through the entire thing on the website here. But based on what I'm seeing, you can get a ticket for $5 to go and sit in the north stands. I see party stand for $40. They will have certain artists, I think like Wayne Marshall and them guys will be there performing. Right, so that is what I'm seeing for the north stand. So let me look at this again now. So north stand $5. If I go over to this stand, $5. Same. Hold on there. Just a minute. Let me. All right. I look at the only have ticket for north stand. How am I gonna? Yeah. So based on what I'm seeing there, it's $5. $5, right? At least that is what the website is saying. Based on what I'm seeing, it's $5. So if you want to go and watch it, it's $5. That is what I'm seeing. All right. All right. Bless up, CJ. Big up. I was just trying to. Someone had asked about the price, and based on what I'm seeing, when I go through the thing that they have on CWI website, $5 for the regular seats, and I am seeing party stand for $40. So I'm assuming that's the thing. The website thing is not user friendly. I was there trying to negotiate, navigate. I was trying to navigate my way through to see if I could find out what was happening there. But even my eyes and start burning me trying to look at what they have there. So $5 for general admission, it seems. If you want to go, anyone watch New Superman? Jaden, this is not the place for that. This is not the place for that at all. You're probably gonna have to look for some online vlog that they deal with movie thing. I'm not going to violate Jaden still. Jaden is a long time supporter, but yeah, man, we're really dealing with the cricket right now, you know. See, I have someone there saying, Renelda saying she loves it. You know, so you have somebody else there that love the Superman movie. Sports of the Bone, what do you think about this lineup? Louis, John, King, Anderson, Carty, Hope, Chase, Imlat, Greaves, Azari, Shamar, and Seals. I think this is actually my playing 11, the playing 11 that I gave, except that I'm not moving Brandon King from 3 because he's the one that has given us some runs and not a lot of runs, but he's the one that has he's the top scorer, so I'm not too sure if it would be wise to move him from the position that he has got that he has scored runs from, right? If we had other guys really scoring a lot of runs, then you could risk it. Not saying that batting at number 4 guarantees that he will score runs, but I'm just thinking, you know. In the video that I did talking about I think it was my playing 11 when I had John Campbell and King in there. I see some people talking about, you know, me being Jamaican and not wanting to leave those guys out. And I'm wondering, you know, we continue to get new viewers every day and new subscribers. So every now and again, I probably need to remind people that, listen, we don't know these guys. So it don't matter what part of the Caribbean they come from. West Indies cricket is what we're dealing with. Doesn't matter if they are from where I'm from. All right. You know, I would give Carty another chance, but move him to 4 or 5. So that's my thing though, CJ. If you want to give Carty another chance, moving him to 4 or 5, that you would be unsettling the 2 guys that scored some runs. Chase hasn't scored a lot of runs, but he has gotten some runs. And, you know, you would be moving Chase from 5, and the same thing with King. I hear you still. I hear you, but, you know, that is the thing. We have the best team for CPL. I have to go back and look at the squads. I realized that the squads were coming out. The squads, I saw some squads, the squads the other day, but I would have to go back and look. And sometimes you might look at the best team on paper, but, you know, thanks, Poseidon. I'll be there most days, just couldn't find it. Thanks. Well, I tell you, right now I envy you. I wish I was still there. I would definitely be going all days, especially seeing that the cricket is back, especially seeing that it is summer and I would be on break. You know, I definitely would go to watch. All right, so the cricket is back, my people. Guyana Amazon Warriors. Why are they showing me this game? How did it? Oh, hold on. It seems as if the game is still not back on us yet. Hold on, my people. Just a minute. Yeah, but as I was saying, if I was there, I definitely would have gone to watch the game. Now, if you have your playing 11 that you want to go with for tomorrow, you can go ahead and let me know in the comment section what your playing 11 is. Oh, they're still on the innings break. That is what's happening. They're still on the innings break, so they are showing a old match here. It looks to be a Global Super League that they are showing. Yeah, so let me know you're playing 11 in the meantime while we wait on the game to come back. Seals is top 10 best bowler. Yeah, I looked at the rankings. I think it was 2 days ago. Seals is now at number 9. Yeah, Jaden Seals is at number 9 in the rankings. Who better, Seals or Shamar? Because some people saying Shamar better. So this is my thing, Jaden. I think I've said this on here before. I like to compare our players with people outside of the Caribbean. I like to compare my players with guys from Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, England. I don't really like the internal rivalry, right? If it is the case that we really and truly need to look into it to select between players, then I facilitate that. But, you know, the thing is, Shamar Joseph is a rising star out of Guyana. And then you have Jaden Seals, a rising star out of Trinidad and Tobago. You know, we know the history between fans from these two countries. They're going to look to go at each other and look to tear down the players. I am not saying you're trying to do that now, Jaden, but the only way I really indulge in something like that is if we need to select one. Both of them easily gets in the team right now, so I really don't like that. But if I should pick, obviously you're gonna go with the guy that is more experienced and the one that is who has more control and is more threatening, right? Shamar Joseph is faster, but based on experience at that level, you would have to say Seals is ahead of him, right? Yeah, so obviously Seals is ahead of him, right? But the good thing is they are both playing for the same teams, for the same team. So Seals good at moving the ball around and picking up wickets. Joseph can move the ball around and is also good at with the pace. So it's good to have both of them. But generally speaking, if there is not a need to facilitate that discussion, I know how a lot of us Caribbean people are. So I try not to do that, right? Make at least 3 changes. All right, so Ari says making at least three changes. Yeah, my 3 changes, you know, I have Brathwaite out, Carty, and who was the next? Anderson Phillip, bringing in the extra batter, Tevin Imlach. Right? I mean, you could almost drop anybody from the top 5 or the top 6. You might not. Some might say it's not fair to drop this man or that man, but any one of them could get dropped. That is just how I would do it. Obviously, the good thing is I'm not the selector, so what I'm saying is probably not going to go, right? All right, Mike. All right, good. All right, so I would bring in Imlach, Louis, and Anderson. If not, Anderson have Carty and give Carty another chance. That is my team. That is the team. That is my team. Anderson, Imlach, and Louis in. Those are the guys that I have decided to bring in. They need to make Craig Butt at 5. Why would they do that though? Why would they do that? He has been opening the innings forever. So is this now another way to try and keep him in the team? We have the captain batting at number 5 and looks to be stable. Why would we take up Chase and bat him at 5? Why would you take up Brathwaite and bat him at 5? What would we do with the captain now? I'm not saying it's not something that they can experiment with. You know, when David Warner retired a few months ago, Steve Smith decided that he wanted to open. So not saying that he's too old to try something new, Brathwaite. Not saying he's too old to try something new, but I don't see why would need to do that. Sports of the Bone, just imagine this bowling attack playing with Gale, Shandopal, Sarwan, and Summers. We would be a world-class team. Definitely would have been a good team, right? Definitely would have been a good team. I think those guys that you're talking there, Gale, I think Gale was opening with Wave Lines, and then we had Sarwan at 3. And then at 4, I think it was Lara, 5, Shandopal, and and then after those guys, as I said, Marlon Samuels came in. Seals is like Bumrah. Imagine if Seals had Bumrah speed. What do you mean that is like Bumrah? What do you mean? Seals is easily the best bowler we have now. Even bad day, I still pick wickets and maintains a low run rate. Yeah. As I said, if people are looking at the cricket, CJ, if people are looking at the cricket and really understand, they would know that. But, because I know that a lot of us reason based on where we're from or reason based on who we like, I just try not to go down into that if it's not necessary. If we have to pick one over the other, then, that's where I really dig and highlight certain things. But good thing is they are both competing. And my aim is for them to dominate like how Courtney Walsh and Curtly Ambrose dominated years ago. That is what I'm looking forward to, right? Or if you want to say how Mitchell Stark and Pat Cummins dominating, or, when they had Mitchell Johnson and them guys, right? If that. I can't tell when last we had 2 good fast bowlers playing a lot of games going at it, I think the last time was probably Fidel Edwards and Jerome Taylor, maybe, when we had two out and out pacers that were fit and always and played a lot of games. I mean, we had Shannon Gabriel for a while, but we're always rotating between Shannon Gabriel and someone. I think it was Gabriel. I think we had Gabriel and Alzaro Joseph going for a bit, but it's good to have these two guys though. Good to have these two guys in the team at the same time. The game back on. It's not back. I'm wondering if rain is coming down or what. I don't know why it's taking so long. I am looking at it here and it is saying innings break still. I am on ESPN Cricket Info. It says innings break. Let me see if they put anything about the weather. No, there is nothing about the weather. And they just keep on showing the people in the stands dancing and things. So I don't know what's going on with the game. So if Seals had boomer pace, he would be even more threatening, and Seals has great control. Yeah, definitely has a lot of good control. So I don't know that we have an analyst in the middle telling us to forget about the game for right now. They have two guys to talk with. This is the longest thing I have ever seen. We actually have Shamsi and another guy out there talking. I don't know what's going on. Right, but just to let you know, Guyana Amazon Warriors made 158. Joel Andrew and Gerbers get top scoring. Right. I am a Jamaican, and if West Indies is winning without Jamaican in the team, I have no problem. Exactly. You know, but that's what I've been saying. You know, I mean, people that watch the cricket and like the cricket, that is what they want West Indies to win. You know, I've said this several times. West Indies is a team that is made up of the best players from the region. So if the 11 players that you have out there, right, is from one country. If they are the 11 best players that we have, they are representing the region. We are playing as a region. You know, but people just have a lot of old hatred and a lot of them things that mix up when I really, you know. So we played 100 tests and can't, but all right, you don't find United fumbled the Jokeres deal. I don't know if United had control over that. The moment we lost the Europa League final and you know wouldn't have Champions League, that is where it happened. I mean, they claim that we were in the running for him still, but the moment a Champions League team came in, he would select the Champions League team. Right? Plus, we don't have the money. If we had gained Champions League, we would have gotten 100 million, which we could then splash 65-70 million and get him, offer him Champions League. But we don't have Champions League football, so that is a problem there. Yeah, but so tomorrow, my people, it's going to be very interesting to see how we go about battling this pink ball, right? I said this earlier. We're the only team to have beaten Australia in a pink ball game. You know, both teams will be playing at Sabina Park for the first time under lights in Test cricket. So I am hoping that things will work out for us, right? Somebody had mentioned that Josh Hazelwood is home back in Australia, but I said it in the video. I think it was yesterday I did that video that is not even something to celebrate about, because that probably means Scott Boland is going to play. And that man, if you talk about putting the ball on a dime, he will pick a line and a length and he will stick right there for as long as the captain wants him to stay there. So, you know, it's gonna be tough. The good thing is our bowlers can probably get whatever Australia bowlers can get. The difference is Australia's batsmen might find a way to tough it out, right? You know, our batsmen sometimes the boy. I said it today. If we bowl out Australia for 40 or 50, we will make 30, right? So that is the thing. The bowlers will do their job. I can see them doing their job, right? And I just need the batsmen to bat. Coach Sammy is saying that for the first innings, he wants the guys to get to a stage where they are batting 150 overs. I just want him to bat. I just want him to bat 95 or 95 overs. I'll take 100 overs. Let's take 100 overs scoring at a okay pace, right? Because I don't know when all these guys going, but 150 overs against Australia. Good evening. Who are the playing on playing 11? My playing 11. I gave it yesterday. Gave it earlier in the live. So we opening with John Campbell and Mikel Louis. Number 3, we're going Kevin Anderson. Number 4, we're going Brandon King. 5, we're going Raston Chase. 6, we go Shea Hope. And to extend the batting, this is not me disrespecting Tevin Imlach's batting ability. This is me trying to extend the batting. So he will bat at 7. So I'm dropping Anderson Phillip. Right. I don't think, even going into the second game, I didn't think we needed the extra pacer. So I'll bring in Tevin Imlach to help with the batting. That is where our cricket is. We have to be looking for specialist batsmen, our guys that can bat all the way down at 7. Then Justin Graves would come in at 8. We need him to score more runs, right? We need him to score some runs. He's doing well with the ball, but he needs to do well with the bat. So Graves would come in at 8. 9 would go Alzari Joseph. Shamar Joseph would come 10, and then Jaden Seals. So just 3 changes. You know, Anderson Phillip. We drop Brathwaite and Carty. Right, and I mean anyone in the top 5 or top 6, you could basically drop them. Except, I mean, King has been our top scorer so far. Not a lot of runs, just 115, I think, and then Shamar Joseph has like probably 105, right, in second. So it's not like we have a lot of runs to work with. You know, Casey Carty has gotten some good balls this series. He's somebody that I want to see in and around the team for time to come. But we have a squad for a reason, right? We have a squad for a reason. The series is already lost. We thought that these were our best guys to try and win, right? These were our best guys to try and win. We lost 2 games, didn't work. So I just rotated. We have the squad there. Yeah, so that is how I'm doing it. I would like to see West Indies bat first and aim for 250 and let the bowlers try to defend that. And I want to tell you, CJ, probably the bowlers would be able to do that. You understand? Because the bowlers have shown that they can get Australia for 250 under 200. And, you know, I mean, I think one innings, I think it was in the first game, or they got, 300 or 301 or something like that in the second inning. So, yeah, if we can get that, you know, it's not a lot. That's not asking a lot of them at all. That's not asking a lot. I want Chase and Sammy playing the 11s in the 11. Okay, Sherwin. Then just select your playing 11 and put them in there. You say that he's keeping Phillip and Carty. Then, but it's simply not, Sherwin. If you want the captain and the coach to play, just select them in the team and they'll play. Brathwaite played 100 tests, but if some people watch 2016-18 and he was averaging 38, and 2019-2020 was in bad years, where he average dropped to 33, and 2021-23 Brathwaite average Brathwaite average very average. I want to tell you, Jaden, I think he was a live that we're doing. I think it was a watch along for the second game, and I had mentioned that a few years ago. I didn't remember the exact time. I had indicated that Brathwaite was actually even being considered at one point for player of the year, right? He was scoring some runs, man. He was scoring some runs in Test cricket. But even at that point, you know, it's not like he was still scoring. He was averaging 50 or anything, but he was, you know, he was scoring some runs at one point. I think it was like around 2019, 2020 when we had COVID. He was scoring some runs, you know. I'm dropping Hope, Brathwaite, Campbell, and Graves. All right, Sherwin, you're dropping Hope, Brathwaite, Campbell, and Graves. So you're dropping 4 players. Tell us the 4 players that you're using to replace those guys. It's easy to say that you're dropping people, you know, you're going to leave out guys, but just for conversation's sake, just let us know who we are using to replace them. All right, so just let us know who we are using to replace them in the meantime, so we can look at it. for me, if we can bat 70 to 80 overs, scoring at 3.5 to 4 runs per over, we can get 250, and that is good for me. All right. Yes, CJ. I mean, probably asking them to bat 90 or 100 overs, as I said earlier, he's probably asking too much. But as I say, if they can bat at that rate and get up to that before getting bowled out, that is something that would work with. Yes, Mm-hmm. All right. So you said that he's bringing Warwican for Greaves, Imlach for Hope, and who are you bringing for Brathwaite and Campbell? Well, I guess I can answer that question based on the squad. So you have Anderson Phillip. So you have Kevin Anderson and Mikel Louis coming in, right? I have to ask Sherwin, because I know how you do things. You will say that, boy, you're bringing in someone who's not in the squad, and say that even though they're not in the squad, we can bring them in. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody over there in Guyana, what's going on with the cricket? So they say they're going to take a break and then they'll be back with live action. What is going on? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the watch along for all of this game, because I thought we would be at probably over number 8, 9 by now, over number 7, 8 going along. But it's just a bag of talking in the middle. I don't know. One bag of talking. All right, so Louis for Craig, and so he's bringing Louis and Anderson. All right. All right, I hear you, Sherwin. I hear you. So, based on what based on what King and Brandon King and Mitchell Stark said in their interview, it would appear as if the wicket is going to be 50-50. So it depends on what the weather is like in the morning. Let us see. Let us see if we will bat first or what. Let's say not supposed to know. We can't win any game with that batting lineup. That's just Sammy madness. I mean, I wouldn't even put all of the blame on Sammy, because I don't even. It's highly unlikely that we're going to win with these guys, but it's highly unlikely that we would win with the other guys either. I mean, some people might say that you have some players that you used to beat Australia a little while back, and you don't even have them in the team. So that is something that people might be going off. I'm not a big fan of it. These guys walk around muddling and telling people that, the 4-day championship is what they are selecting players from, and this is what they're using, and then we all see what's happening here. So, I don't really expect a lot from them, in terms of the batting. As I said, David, it's tough for the batting. 2019, he averaged 60 and was in the team of the year. Fall from. I know. You see, CJ, I know I wasn't losing it. I know I was. I didn't even realize he was averaging 60. I know that he was up for Player of the Year. You can remind me, CJ, if I'm mistaken. I know he was up for Player of the Year, right? I mean, it was during COVID, so not a lot of teams were playing Test cricket at that time. You understand? West Indies, they were hailed for being a team that was willing to go around and play. But he played some games, and he scored some runs. I don't remember all the teams that we played then. I think we played Bangladesh and probably England. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think we played Bangladesh, if I'm not mistaken. Could have been that series when Kyle Mayers scored a double century. Was it that long ago? I don't even remember. That's a while back. But I'm 100% sure that 2019, 2020, as I said, CJ, he was scoring some runs. And I remember him being looked at for the Player of the Year. So, it's just one of them things, man, I'm sure I would never drop Greaves for work, and because Greaves always take important wickets at key point. The matches he played. Exactly. I mean, I don't know, Plus, I cannot see Sammy asking the groundsman for a spinning wicket. I cannot see the Sammy asking. A few days ago when I did the video, probably it was on Tuesday when I did that video, they were saying that they are just waiting on Sammy to come Sammy to come across and tell them what type of pitch he's working with, if he wants grass on it or what. I cannot see Sammy setting up a spinner's pitch. So I don't know how we would drop Justin Graves. CJ, if it is a spinner's pitch, I'm dropping Graves. Playing those two so-called spinners that we have, I don't know that going to even help us. I tell you the truth, I don't know. The batsmen are just going out, my people. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. Went back to 36 and then 20, 24, 25 is Brathwaite bad years, and the man is still the best test opener in the Caribbean, and no too much pressure on Brathwaite, and the runners were Powell and Campbell. So the thing though, Jaden, that is the thing that I was trying to highlight to you earlier. Being the best opener in the Caribbean doesn't necessarily mean that you are really doing what you should be doing at the international level, we have to start comparing our players with guys outside. I understand that if you're the best opener in the region, you want to stay in the team. But if you have a consistent, poor run of form, something has to be done. It doesn't matter how good you are. I don't know if we don't pay attention to other teams, Look at Marnus Lamashane. Marnus Lamashane is better than everybody in our team. You understand? In Test cricket. If you look at Australia, even Steve Smith came out the other day and said that he's one of the best that he has seen and he's going to bounce back. But guess what? They have to drop him out of the team and bring in somebody else. They bring in somebody else who is not as established as Marnus Lamashane. But it's just so the cricket go. You understand? If you are having a poor run of form for a long period of time, people make it seem as if man should not be dropped. I understand that we might not have a lot of players out there, but if you go and play 10, 15 test matches and can't score your age, anyways, enough for the preaching. So the back with live action. I will give you updates on this game as I am looking at it, and then we'll definitely be talking West Indies tomorrow. So there goes the batsman making a little we have Clever and Young opening here. So they're chasing 158. Guyana Amazon Warriors made 158. Amazon Warriors made 158. And, they're chasing it now. Central. So they are 4 without loss. All right, they're having an extended break soon start. The match started early, so dinner break is long. Okay, yeah, it's on now. So I was wondering why they were taking that long. Yeah, man, the game is on. I was wondering what they were doing in there so long. Yeah, man. I believe Akeem Ogis is established enough to play. Yeah, I mean, the thing though is he needs to, I don't know if I should be saying this because they are picking guys these days without them scoring runs in the 4-day championship. But he's somebody that we have under the microscope. We're looking at him. Well, I assume they're looking at him, but he hasn't dominated just yet in the championship. You understand? There are guys there that would say that they have outscored him. So that is something. I know that he's a part of their plan, or a part of the plans that they have in the making, right? I think he was sent to India. We sent some players to India a few months ago. I am almost sure that Akeem Ogis was a part of that, right? I'm almost sure that Akeem Ogis was a part of that. So all these guys need to do is score runs. There's a lot of talent in the region. We have guys like Akeem Ogis, the CM Kurt McKenzie, the CM Jordan Johnson. We have so many of these guys. We have Bowen Tuckett. We have Kemal Savori. The talent is there, and their fans will say why they can't get games. All they need to do is just get some. Well, I am going off the idea that they will pick people based off runs. So I shouldn't even be saying that because I don't know if they are doing that anymore. Actually, 2022 was when Brathwaite actually was averaging 60 in 2022. Not 2019, he was averaging 16. It was 2022. Okay, I know that he was averaging some runs back in a few years ago and was in the team of the year. Yeah, man. It's not spinner's pitch. I am dropping Grease. Farland. Ball him! There goes the first wicket, my people. Doing Pretorius striking, getting rid of Clever here. So that's 6 for 1. Guyana Amazon Warriors starting off very well in the defense of their 158. Sports of the Bone, I would never change the last team that beat Australia, but Sammy just of himself talking about brand cricket and roll, says David. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand wanting to stick with some of those with those players, knowing that they showed guts and fight and thing. Right. My thing is I could understand him coming in and picking guys that performed in the last championship and say, this is why it's going with them. I know people will always say this, and I know runs in the West Indies Championship doesn't equal runs in at the international level. But if you cannot outperform a man that is playing in the regional championship, I don't know if we should select you over them. Right, so if he had said that, he's going to come and look for a brand of cricket, but he's going for guys who scored a lot of runs in the championship, I could understand that. The only one that he could say that is probably Kevin Anderson. I mean, obviously, John Campbell came back and he scored a couple centuries, right? We were looking for an opener, so he got in as an opener that scored some runs, right? And Anderson. But apart from that, it's just a call that Chase, King, Hope. You understand? All of these guys are, it probably will work out in the future. But this is something that will a lot of the players, a lot of the youngsters will be looking and will be saying, boy, if I can get a T20 contract, I gone, because you spend the time and you work hard, you put in the work. They said that you need to score runs. I am young. I will score. I'm scoring runs, and yet still they go for people in the early 30s and that hasn't played because they want to play a brand. So it's hard to understand, right? It's very difficult to understand. That is probably going over. Doing Pretorius there, looking to go for the review. Johnson Charles behind the wicket telling him that it's probably they are going for it. Johnson Charles is behind the wickets. I mean, Johnson Charles is very experienced, so let us see. I think it's probably going over the leg stump, probably outside the leg stump or even over the leg stump. Let me just tell you quickly. So the team that Guyana Amazon Warriors playing, the team is Central Districts, right? I think they are from New Zealand. So Central, that's the team that they are playing. Based on seeing this, I think it's probably gonna go down the leg side, and it's probably even bouncing over the wicket if it was on target anyway. So I doubt that is probably going to be a review that the Guyana Amazon Warriors team will lose. All right, my people, if you're playing 11 that you want me to look at, yeah, it's missing the leg stump, probably height, just height. It's not going down too much, just height. If you have your playing 11 that you want me to take a look at, you can post it. We'll be on for next. We're not gonna go for all of this game, right? Gonna be on for another probably trying to give you guys an hour, right? So the eyes them start get a little bit dodgy. But yeah, I don't know how many people are tuned into the Global Super League. Guyana Amazon Warriors, that's the team from the Caribbean in this tournament. So that's the team that I am backing, right? That's the team that I'm going with. They have teams from all over. I think there's a team from, I'm going to have to double check again. I think they have teams from England, if I'm not mistaken, New Zealand and things. So, but I am going with the team here. Hold on. So they say Rohit Sharma has been removed as India ODI captain. No, what's that news? Huh? Rohit Sharma has been removed as India ODI captain. Never saw that news. Huh? Rohit Sharma has been removed as India ODI captain. Never saw that news. Huh? Yeah, so that's what's going on there. All right, my peeps. So let me all know if you have any changes. Quite a few people have already given their team for tomorrow. So just in case you are just joining, let me give you a quick update. Let me just let you hear quickly. Guyana Amazon Warriors batting first, scoring 158 for 6. Central District, they are on 6 for 1 now. 7 for 1 as Shimran Hetmaya picks that one up. 7 for 1, 1.1 over in. Right. The top scorers for Guyana Amazon Warriors, Ramanula Gerbas getting 58 from 47. And we also saw Jaden, Joel Andrew getting 45 from 29. Both men put together a nice partnership. I think it was about 80 something, right? Joel Andrew getting run out eventually. They ran pretty well between the wickets, though, Gerbas and Andrew. So we have Visa now. David Visa will be bowling to, what's this guy's name? Foxcroft. As we have a chase on down. All right, I won't be biased. Sammy has favorites. Every coach has, but I won't mind if he get Rutherford to play Test cricket. He should have tried to convince Rutherford than Hope. Who to tell? He probably put the message out there based on the cricket that Sammy that Sammy wants to play. I think that he probably asked. He probably asked him. Right. I have no evidence or no source to say yes, but it's, I would say that it's logical to think that he asked, right? He's one of the young talents that we have coming through. He's pretty technical, somebody that I rate him. People who has been on this channel, following this channel, you would hear me say it several times that I'm hoping that he can sign a contract, a West Indies contract, a central contract, and become a mainstay in the team, in the ODI and T20 team. I want him to be my vice captain, That one's nicked, but far short of Johnson Charles. I've said it several times. If we can get him to sign a central contract, I want him to be the vice captain for the ODI and T20 team. Right? That is who I want. That is who I want right there. And then if we can get him to play some Test cricket, that would be good. Sports Bone, do you think we are a little hard with the boys, given that this is their first series and it is against the best team in the world? Probably we are, yes. Quite a few of them, as you said, it's their first time in a while playing red ball cricket. And as I said, they are going up against the number one team. But I think the problem, though, CJ, is the shots. It's the same thing, we don't expect to dominate Australia, but it's the shots that some of these guys keep on playing to get out. It's just the concentration. I can understand bowlers working you over and getting you out and you can't do anything about it, But my thing is just that the same shots that they play, some get-out shots. You understand? Man batting good and looking so good and just make an almighty heave in Test cricket and hit the ball in the air. Man batting on middle stump, not knowing where the half stump is. And them thing, it's hard to see at this level. But, I understand what you're saying, though. It might be a bit hard on them. But the simple mistakes, dropping 7 catches in a game, there are a lot of things that we could have done better in the first 2 games, Jaden said that he was fine with Da Silva. At the time when they left him out of the team, I was okay with him with them leaving him out of the team against Pakistan. But my issue is I am not happy with what has happened since. We have had West Indies A series, right? And we have had this series here against Australia. I remember when the West Indies A team, when the 2 teams, as a matter of fact, because remember they selected 2 teams to play the red ball games against South Africa A. And I looked at the squads and I was saying that, it's really difficult to see that he wasn't scoring any runs, and they told him that, listen, as a main player, we're going to drop you need to go back and score runs. He scored some runs, and not even in the West Indies 18, they couldn't find a spot for him. You understand? When I brought that up, more than a couple people in the comment section said, boy, I don't know what I'm saying because it is obvious that he's already a mainstay in the team and they just want to rest him because he has been playing a lot of cricket and he's obviously in the team. So I don't know what I'm saying. Lo and behold, the West Indies A team, the man don't make. I would know your word in English about it. Why am I telling you something? Why am I telling you the people are easy about it? Not a word in English. The fans would say that they are arresting him. That is why he's not playing in the West Indies A, because they had Imlak and they had another wicket keeper. I don't remember who else they had. Imlak was in the squad and someone else was there. They had two squads, and they didn't invite the man into any of the squads, and it's boy, I may tell you, it's really difficult. It's difficult when you see things like these happen. Right? Can they bowl him out, bowl him, another wicket there, my people. Pretorius picking up another wicket there. So Guyana Amazon Warriors doing pretty well with defending their 158. Foxcroft goes for 9. 18 for 2 now, 2 for 3. So Pretorius doing pretty well for the defending CPL champions. I mean, it's not CPL now, but they are the defending CPL champions, right? So they are doing well in the Global Super League right here. Pretorius keeping it straight. The batsman missed and he went right ahead and hit that stump. So 18 for 2. Not much happening, my people. So that is why I'm not doing a lot of ball by ball, right? Commentary. Sports at the moment, I would say they are at least competing for 2 to 3 days. Remember, before West Indies were losing by an innings with 100 runs. Yeah. I that is the thing, and that is the thing. We are competing for 2 to 3 days, but the games are being over. The games are finishing in 3 days, But I get what you're saying, though. I hear you. Hopefully we can. Well, pink ball games them usually over faster still, so we might be in for a treat that we don't want when at Sabina Park there, right? So yeah. We have a guy coming in at number 4 here. Is Bruce. Tom Bruce. 137 innings. He has a strike rate of 144. Don't know much about some of these players. This batsman, this guy here, moved away from all the way outside of leg stump. He was batting about 10 inches or 12 inches away from the leg stump. Backing away, Pretorius keeping it straight and smacking right in the middle stump. Sports of the Bone, Sammy is going to destroy West Indies cricket. My words. I mean, I don't know if he's going to destroy it. I don't agree with it with the method. you have been supporting me for a little while now, David. So I like to see things done in struck, orderly. And I'm not sure if that's the case there. I watch a lot of sports outside of cricket, so I understand coaches coming in and wanting to stamp their authority, wanting to do something, but it's tough to do this. It's really difficult to do something like this, especially when you have guys transitioning from the lower leagues coming up. When I say lower league, I'm talking first class cricket or championship. You don't want to seem as if you are brushing aside what they're doing. Right, so you have to be careful. I really and truly don't agree with a lot of what is happening, but I always say that I'm an armchair expert, right? Global Super League teams are all right. Good. Azim Khan here reminding us of the teams, right? Global Super League teams are for Man is telling us where the teams are from. I thought he was going to tell us the name of the teams. All right, so Australia, Bangladesh, Guyana, Dubai, and New Zealand. So those are the places that are being represented. And as I said earlier, we are going with Guyana Amazon Warriors, right? That's the team that we are supporting. Looks to be a run-out opportunity here. Johnson Charles collects the ball. Is he breaking the wicket? And the bails are broken. The batsman is short of his ground. And that's going to be another wicket there. Johnson Charles doing some very good work there. So as I was saying earlier, Guyana Amazon Warriors is the team that I am supporting, right? And the history behind me being a secondary supporter of Guyana Amazon Warriors is when Krishmar Santoki was doing extremely well and Jamaica Talawas did not pick him up and Guyana Amazon Warriors picked him up and gave him a chance. Right? That is the reason I started supporting them. And Dinesh Ramdin, as I've said several times, one of my favorite cricketers of all time, right? Played for the Amazon Warriors when he wasn't getting in the Trinidad team. So I have a soft spot for that team. But it goes without saying it's the only team from the region. So that's the team that I'm supporting. When it's CPL time, we can start back the rivalry and looking for my team to win against them. But right now, Warriors, that's the team that I'm going with. Yeah, man. Another wicket. So it's 20 for 3, my people. 20 for 3. West Indies need to focus on improving Joel Andrews, Joel Andrew, Kevlin Anderson, and Lane. Right, they are for the future. Yeah, they are pretty good players, but the problem though, CJ, we keep on running the same problem, right? These guys, they don't have a lot of cricket to play. They will have them doing training camps and stuff like that, but they don't have a lot of cricket to play. Right? They don't have a lot of cricket to play, you know. So that's the thing. If we can continue getting West Indies A games, you know, that would be good. You know, plus the regional games. They don't play a lot of cricket. So Pretorius going in now, and that's another one. Clarkson, an established player. We know a bit about him. He's at the crease now with Young. Sports and Bone, I'm following cricket for a very long time, since '78. But that's a while before I was even brought on this earth. Yeah, man. I really and truly started to understand the game where I could have very good discussion. I would say probably about 2004. At that time, I was probably about 10, 11. Right, I understood the game before that, 7, 8, 9. Understood the game. We used to play a lot of cricket at my school, yes. But in terms of having good conversations and stuff, it was probably about the 4th grade. That was probably 2004. I was just old enough to enjoy Brian Lara captaining us to the Champions Trophy in 2004. Yeah, that's the first major thing that I can remember games before that. I can remember Curtly Ambrose and Walsh doing their thing, but not clearly, right? I can remember seeing them playing and thing, but yeah, that's when I really and truly started understanding the game like that. But ever since, I've watched a lot of games to make up for the years that I missed. So it's 20 for 3, my people. The target is 159. They already have 3 overs in. Imran Tahir takes the ball now. Imran Tahir, very experienced, 431 matches, over 500 wickets, my people. So Imran Tahir, as you guys will remember, captained Guyana Amazon Warriors to their to CPL glory last year, doing his thing in the Super League here now. So yeah, that is how it's happening, my people. We're gonna be running out of here for tonight. Unfortunately, my people, I won't be able to do a watch along tomorrow for the game. Probably I can do some on Sunday, right? Tomorrow I will be busy tomorrow. I'll be watching the game, so I can I will be doing a report after the day's play. But as it relates to doing a watch along tomorrow, will be out of it. Sunday after church, I probably can come on and do a bit, right? ACJ. All right, please give chances to Camille Puran for Charles and Kofi James must be included. Moreover, Django, Hyoan Lane, Bedasi, etc. should be given maximum chances. They are probably going to get their chance in the future, right? They are probably going to get their chance. They just need to go and score some runs, right? They have shown good ability. But these guys that you have called, though, how many of them have actually top scored or you know, in term are picked up the most wickets for their teams in the recently concluded championship and even the Super 50. How many of them? I mean, I know all of these names. I know they are talented, but how many of them have really, you know, performed at that level? They should try to get these players in some second division, Australia, England, and India, to improve their technique and also let them get accustomed to playing different conditions. That would be good enough, CJ, but the problem is nobody wants to invest in these players. That's the thing. And oh my goodness, Imran Tahir, they're picking up a wicket, seem to have pulled out a brand new celebration. That one looked like Yokere's celebration there, it seems. But yeah, that's the thing, CJ. That's the thing. That's the thing, CJ. Nobody is really going to invest in these guys. You would realize that they will take guys that are established at the international level that are proven. So they will send for Alzar Joseph, they will send for Shamar Joseph, they will send for Seals Roach. You know, we see Anderson Phillip was there recently. But they are going to look and say they have youngsters in their academy that can do what West Indies players would come there in their club and do. Right? So as much as it would be beneficial for us to have them there, I don't know if it would work, if teams are going to really do that. You know, where you watch the Guyana. Oh, the Guyana game, I am watching it on an app called Fubo. Right? Fubo. So it's a subscription that I have. You know, it's a subscription that I have that I use to watch. So I'm not sure if I can find it free, but Fubo is, I'm watching it on that app called Fubo. Before I go, let me just pull up this website here that I usually watch games on and see if it's on there. If it's on there, I'll let you know. So I'm watching this one on Fubo. Yeah, it's on this one. Hold on. Just give me a minute before. All right, so also CJ, you can go on Google and watch it on VIP Box Sports. You got to make sure that you're careful though that no one is tracking you. If you type in VIP Box Sports, you can find it there. Someone said that it's even on YouTube. What is it on? Is it Global Super League YouTube channel? What's the name of the channel that it's on? Is it Global Super League channel? Anderson Mahes, Kelvin Pittman, Kevin Anderson, Kevin Wickham, etc. These are all talented guys. Kevin Anderson scored runs and he's in the squad. These are all talented players that you are mentioning. But what I'm saying is, these guys, you know, Kevin Wickham, they're all talented players. We know they are pretty good. And as you said, they should be given opportunities. But what they need to do is probably just perform at the level that they're at now and, you know, pull some more attention to them. We see them in a couple of games and know that they can play, but they just need to, you know, be the standout players and then they will get it. All right, so here we have Mob saying that it's Global GLS T20, Global Super League, right? Global Super League. So you can check it out on there, my people, and watch the game. But thank you all for coming on. We're gonna leave it right here for now. Thank you for the support. Big up on yourself. Tomorrow, West Indies versus Australia. We will be doing that. Big up.